Hello and welcome back to the Leeds United FM20 Save. Hope you're all doing well today and looking forward to today's episode where we take on bottom of the table Derby County and fourth in the table Manchester United. Hopefully we get a big 6-point haul for us today to sort of get our season back on track a little bit. I'll explain what I mean by that. Now, you guys were last here for that 0-0 draw with Ajax and that 4-1 loss to Norwich, which was rather frustrating, that loss to Norwich, but, you know, we had to deal with it at the time. But it was the worst result we'd had all season because the start of the season had been incredible, as you can see on screen right now. You can now see the results we've had since that Norwich game, and they've been pretty poor, I must say. Now, after that Norwich game, we had the World Cup, and we've got a World Cup winner in our squad, but more on that later on. We came back from the World Cup break and had a fantastic start against Arsenal, a 4-2 victory there with Gelhardt, Thomas with a brace, and Dwight McNeil getting one right at the end. A really good victory. We then absolutely battered Barnsley in the FA Cup third round, 1-0. Less about that one, the better, really. We had tons of chances, but didn't put them in the back of the net, apart from Thomas's early shot. So, lucky in that game to win it, I must say. But January has been a bit of an abysmal month. A 2-0 loss to Blackburn followed up by a 0-0 draw with Brighton was terrible. And then we got battered by Arsenal 4-1 at their place in the Carabao Cup quarter-finals. We then had two games which we were a bit unlucky to lose, but we still got the losses anyway, which isn't great. We lost 4-3 to Liverpool. Liverpool are unbeaten so far this season, so we came very close to beating them, but left it a little bit too late in that game. We then had a result against Watford, which I was very cross about because we were the better team in that game, but we lost it 3-2 to Watford. So another loss on the record, but at least we did manage to beat Nottingham Forest 2-0 in the FA Cup fourth round, so we're still in that. So if you too want to play Football Manager and be in absolute abject misery like I've been for the past day or so, then you can pre-order FM20. It's not a great sales pitch that, Tom, is it? Probably better ways for me to big up the game and get you guys to buy it, but I've said it now, so I'll stick with it. If you do want to pre-order FM21, there's a link down in the description to 2Game, who I'm partnered with. I've got an affiliate link with them, so every sale that I make on there, I get a bit of commission from it. So you get the game for the cheapest price possible on the internet, to my knowledge at least, from actual reputable sites. The cheapest price, it's £32 if you use promo code TomFM at the checkout, which is cheaper than Steam, so I'd recommend getting it from there. And you also get the code straight away to put into Steam, so it's ready in your library for when the beta comes out on the 10th of November, I would imagine, around that sort of date. So remember a few episodes ago when we said if we win our game in hand, we could go third in the table in the Champions League places. Well, that is well and truly off right now. Well and truly off after the January that we have just had, unfortunately. As you can see, 7th in the table is still pretty respectable, but we are now 11 points off Chelsea and Man United, who are occupying 4th and 5th place in the table. So a long way off those clubs. The top 5 is pretty much already decided just before halfway through the season. After today's episode, we'll be 19 games through, which is directly halfway through the season. So that's quite exciting. But what is more mental, I would say, than us being 11 points off the top 5 is that between Wolves and Leicester, there's only 9 points. 9 points separates 17th to 6th. So anyone could basically get 6th and 7th place in the table. We've got to be on it. We've got to turn this January form around, and hopefully we'll do that against Derby County, who have only won 1 game all season. But I can guarantee you they'll make it 2 now, won't they? Now, obviously, it's January, and I came into January thinking I'm happy with the team. I don't want to make any transfers at all. So I've not made any transfers, but maybe actually looking at the results, perhaps we should have made some transfers. We have actually, though, signed one player, and that is Karem Sat-Ilmish, which I can't quite pronounce yet, but I'll get there. We signed him a few seasons ago. It's just we had to wait for him to turn 18 years old before we can actually join the club. But he came in from Galatasaray. Completely sort of forgot about the rivalry Leeds and Galatasaray have. So a lot of people in the comment section at the time weren't very happy. But he looks like a gem of a player. Really, really good. Already at championship level. So we'll just only get better, and we'll get himself into the Premier League very, very soon. We might even start playing him next season, to be fair. He's quite small at 5'3", but he doesn't need to be tall, does he? If he can pass a ball, it's fine. Obviously, we've had the token bids come in for Calvin Phillips and Carlos Soler. I think it's Everton and Watford chasing those players again, and obviously we have rejected all of those. But we have lost a player, although he's not leaving just yet, because Torben Ardson, who we signed from Freiburg for about 300k a few seasons ago, has decided to jump ship to go to Napoli when his contract expires. We offered him a new one, as you can see, but he decided not to take it because, I don't know, he's an idiot or something like that. So we're losing him, which is rather frustrating, but where we lose one person, we do gain another, although we actually have to lose them first and foremost, I should probably say. Basically, Raja Nainggolan decided to retire from football at the end of the season, which is okay. He's not really played at all this season, which is, you know, a bit of a shame, really, considering how much I love him. But we've decided to sign him up as our under-18s assistant manager. The under-18s assistant manager actually just left the club, so the spot came up. Raja Nainggolan will fill it. He's currently now on a coaching course as well to get his Continental C licence. So Raja is going to be basically the world's best under-18s assistant manager. He'll be joining the team. He'll be me, him and Chitty Gel basically on the staff team. And that's all I need around me in my life. Me, Andre, Raja. We've also had the youth intake preview come through, and it's not looking that promising, actually. It does say there's a good group of players coming through, but there aren't that many good players. Well, there's not many good points on there, basically, is there? So we might get one or two decent players, but don't expect anything. But saying that, they've said the past few seasons you have a golden generation, and the golden generation turns out to be like one 4-star current ability player or potential ability player. So I'm not going to read too much into that yet. We'll find out in about March time if that is true or not. Speaking of youth players, Michael Nawara is no longer going to be called Michael Nawara because Timo has taken him over on the Patreon. He's now going to be known as Timo Wolf going forward, which I think is a pretty cool name, to be fair. He's currently on loan at Millwall this season. Quite a lot of young players are out on loan this season. But this guy currently at Millwall, 5 goals in 23 games. Not too bad of a record, I must say, especially for a striker who's only got 7 finishing right now. Of course, we'll do some training to get him up there because he's got good potential, but that's one area that he has to massively improve on. Also, want to say a big thank you to Johnny Ward, who is the most recent Patreon as well. Big up to you. Thank you very much. And of course, if you want to join the Patreon yourselves, links down in the description below. So, all the admin out the way, let's get into this game against Derby County because we need a big victory today. We need a big result. Farinez is in goal with the back line of Olaza, Josko, Tomiyasu, and World Cup winner Ferro. He won the bloody World Cup with Portugal. The most annoying thing about this is, in fact, is it still in his form? It might still be in his form. If we look down, oh, it's not. If we go, there is a way to see this. If we find him in the national team, we still can't see his form. Okay, basically, Ferro played every single game of the World Cup apart from the final, which is rather annoying. He didn't play the final, but he played every single game of the World Cup, as you can see, keeping loads of clean sheets. In fact, they only conceded 2 goals in the entire World Cup. And obviously maybe Ferro was at fault for those goals, and that's why he didn't play the final. I don't quite know, but he didn't play in the final, but played every other game, basically. So congratulations to him, who went on to beat Belgium in the final. Of course, Mexico got to the World Cup semi-final, and we do have a player who plays for Mexico. He's currently not in the squad right now because he is on holiday because he's really tired after the World Cup. Valenzuela, we've recalled him actually back from, I said we never had a transfer, didn't I? This is technically a transfer. We recalled him back from his loan from Leicester because he looks really, really solid and did very well in the World Cup. So we've recalled him to play in our squad this season. Got a new contract as well also. So hopefully we'll see plenty of him this season. He's already played a couple of games and done very, very well for himself, but was very tired. So we've had to rest him apparently and send him on holiday. That's what the coach has said. So well done, Ferro. Thank you for winning the World Cup. We've got a World Cup winner in the squad, which actually means we must have one of the best centre-backs in the world in our squad right now if he's won a World Cup. So congratulations, Ferro. Thomas starts in that deep-lying playmaker position in the CDM role with Taylor and Elena ahead of him. McNeil and Rayner on the wings, and Bartol Barisic will lead the line for us. So kickoff is upon us against Derby, and we need to win this game. For the sake of our form, for the sake of my sanity, for the sake of the team, we need to win this game today. Derby have won 1 game all season, all right? 1 game all season. They've drawn 5, actually, but they've only won 1. Surely we should be strong enough to get past them today. We had the quality at the start of the season to just batter everyone, left, right and centre, scoring 4 goals a game. Now we're struggling to even score 1. It's against Derby. No highlights in this first half. Okay, lads, whatever you want to do. Aggressive, not happy with your performance out there at all. Get your act together now. And maybe they will by defending a corner, which we've managed to defend quite well, but obviously it's not a chance for us to score a goal, so I'm a little bit concerned about that as Derby still looking to come forward, getting the ball into the middle. Oh no, good tackle from McNeil there, but he loses possession straight away. Farinez forced to make a really good save. The highlight does continue though. Wasn't sure if it was going to or not, but it is continuing as Renya on the ball right now. Go on, lad. Just do something clever with it and get the ball forward. Tomiyasu looking in good possession right there into Rayner or Renya. I keep getting his name wrong all the time, but he scores. Come on, we've got a goal in this game. You love to see it. His 7th goal of the season for Renya. He's been very, very good, I must say, off the wing, scoring plenty of goals. But we knew that because he scored plenty of goals for Santos, didn't he? 16 goals in 51 league appearances. Very good return for Santos. Hopefully he gets similar sort of numbers for us, as it's Derby County who can't put the ball in the back of the net, but they still hold on to possession right now. As Valenti on the ball, of course, our old player Valenti is making a start for Derby County. So again, Obviously good to get rid of Valenti because he's in the team bottom of the table. But they have just equalised with us, which you hate to see. Valenti was a big part of that move as well, which is... boys, I mean, how's this gone in as well? Who's marking this guy? And Farinez, he just falls over. He didn't even attempt to make a save. That's the thing with Farinez, all right? I can agree with you. Defensively, sometimes we're not good enough. But Farinez, he does make big mistakes like that. He just drops to his knees and does nothing. Like, surely attempt to make a dive for it or something. I don't know. It just annoys me. Just annoys me what Farinez... I know how good he can be, but he's just not doing that for us all the time at the moment. He's just a bit inconsistent, which isn't too good for us. But we do have a chance to come forward to get ourselves back in front in this game as Taylor puts a great ball across to Renier. Renier into the middle. It's tackled. Oh, it's not good. It's not a good win for us there as Thomas. Come on, get back in this. Taylor, Renier. Renier shoots, scores. 8th of the season for him. He's got us back in front. You love to see it. The annoying thing about this is that Renier's just got his 8th of the season. He's been terrible this January, but the entirety of January, Holozek's been injured because he had his 2-month injury at the end of last episode. Just as he's come back from injury, Renier has decided to start scoring goals, and he's about to get his hat-trick because we've just been given a penalty. Renier, because he's got 2 goals, will take it, gets his hat-trick. At least we're winning this game 3-1 right now. Renier with a hat-trick, 9th of the season for him. Brilliant stuff there. Okay. The win is good. The win is good. It's just a shame for Holozek that Renier is now going to keep that place for another few games because Holozek obviously played superbly for us last season and does deserve to start more games as, okay, we've not quite won it, have we? Because Derby are now within 1 goal of us again. How are we letting these goals in? That was a defensive mistake, that one. That was a big... I can't blame Farinez for that one because defenders were nowhere near him. So, was the defender's fault that time. We're going to make a change, though. Bartol, off you go for Joe Gelhardt. Nassi's going to come on for Dwight McNeil as well. And I think we might take Tommy. We can't take Tommy after just we've got no one else on to go for him. But with 5 or so minutes to go, hopefully those changes just give us an extra bit of dynamic to just keep ourselves ahead in this game. As the clock ticks down, we're about to win a game in the Premier League, boys. For the first time in what feels like forever, we're about to... Come on. Come on. You love to see it. We needed that victory. You guys have turned up and we've got the win. You love to see it. Just accepted a bid from Espanyol to let Callum Wilson go on loan there because he has requested to go on loan. So I'm very happy to let him go. He's not played at all this season. The only reason we signed him was because Calvin Phillips and the rest of the squad weren't happy with the quality of strikers that we had. So I just signed him to, you know, be a false sense of security for them. I was never going to play him. I just wanted them to leave me alone, basically. So yes, we have been wasting £65,000 a week on him for the whole of the season, but at least he's now going on loan and someone else is going to pay that money for him, which is nice. Marco Varnia wants a bit more game time at the moment. Calvin, can you sort this one out for me, please? Because I don't want to really talk to him about it, if I'm honest with you, and he's unable to do it. Oh, Calvin, because I've now got to like give in to him and say, yes, you can have a bit more game time if you want. Because the thing is, he is good enough. He is good enough, but we've got Josko, who is like 12 years old and like the best centre-back or best left-footed centre-back around, as far as I'm aware. And we've got Ferro, who's won a World Cup. So it is very difficult for him to get into the squad. But go on then. I'll give you some playing time because I do like you, so you can have some. But not against Manchester United. We need to beat Manchester United. We need to put the best squad out possible, and I think a Josko-Ferro combination is the best for that one. So they will stay in the back line alongside Tomiyasu and Oliver, actually. That is the best back line we've got. But Farinez is going to come out for this game. We're going to put Van der Voort in instead. Now, Farinez has played more games this season. He has played a lot more games this season, I think, if we look at the stats. 11 for Van Voort, 18 for Farinez. But in that time, Van Voort only conceded 12, whereas Farinez conceded 22. Farinez obviously playing against a better calibre of sides as well, so it's a little bit unfair, that maybe. But at the same time, 5 clean sheets and 11 for Van Voort, 6 for Farinez. So why not try him? Why not give him a go against one of the big sides so we can sort of see how they compare a little better maybe. We'll keep the midfield the same because they're all match sharp. We haven't had much time to give Calvin Phillips or Ross Barkley any game time, but they might come on as substitutes. And if I'm honest with you, we can't really take Rayner off after his hat-trick. McNeil is much better than Nassi, although... Now, let's leave him on for now. What we'll do, though, is take Barisic off for Gelhardt and see if one of these guys can, they could change to our attack and score some more goals, maybe. So, kickoff is upon us, and immediately a free kick for United is nearly put in the back of the net, but Van Voort, good safe hands there, well done. And the highlight is going to continue by looks of things as Ferro to build out from the back, plays it into Josko, into Oliver. Olizer to McNeil. McNeil back to Olizer. Great ball to Gelhardt. Joe Gelhardt is through, and it's a very powerful shot which just goes wide of the post. But United are relentless. They are coming back once again, and it does show that we are just playing with a lack of confidence right now. Obviously, we've beaten Derby but we are lacking confidence as, again, a goal conceded there. And should Van Voort have got there? Let's watch this back. So Delort gets the ball, goes for the shot at the near post, and Van Voort should have saved that, really, shouldn't he? That should not be going in. What is it with keepers in this game? What is it with keepers and conceding shots at the near post? It happens in real life quite a lot as well, but far too frequently for my liking in Football Manager. I can understand that it does happen, but it seems to be every other game for us right now. I mean, this is not looking good for us right now, I must say. It's 10 shots to United to our 1 shot as they come forward again. Another corner for United, which is cleared by Thomas, but again just goes straight out to Coman as they look to build once again. Tomiyasu with a good clearance that time, and that's the end of the highlight. But I am not pleased with what I'm seeing in this first half. Show some passion, lads. Do you even want to win this game? As Delort on the ball once again. Will he shoot near post? No, but Zaniolo might do. Pellegrini might. Pogba might. Pogba does. It's a very good goal. But did Van Voort move? He didn't actually, did he? He didn't move. Throw in for us though. Come on. Let's get a consolation goal or at least 1 goal back in this game. We can do that surely. Elena on the edge of the area into Tomiyasu. We just look a little clueless around the area at the moment. We just look a little clueless, and it's not so good as Thomas into Renia. Renia into Elena. Okay, we've got 1 back. You love to see it. Should also say 7 goals for a centre midfielder of Carlos Elena at the halfway point of the season is very good going. Well done, Carlos. That is fantastic. That's why we've given him a new contract, actually. I forgot to mention that earlier on. Loads of bids came in, he asked for a new contract, and he's got a new contract now, so he'll be around with us for quite some time, I hope. Oh, these are just relentless now. There's literally a highlight every 2 seconds, and I'm just bored of talking over them now, because it's just constant. And I didn't talk over this one, because I didn't think there'd be a bloody goal. Of course there bloody was. Oh, it's so annoying. Look how many highlights have been. And all of them, apart from the goal, have been for United. All of them. I'll be honest with you, that was very painful to watch. I think I must have watched about 12 Man United highlights in that first half, which isn't good. So I'm going to let it play to 55 minutes, and then I'm going to go and get a drink, and I'm not going to pause the game because I've just given up hope, basically, as Carlos Elena comes forward. Carlos Elena, what kind of a ball is that? It's a terrible ball with Thomas now on the ball into McNeil, down to Taylor. Taylor, come on, let's get a goal and we'll start the second half to make me want to watch this again. As McNeil... Come on, Taylor. Goal. Okay, I might watch it now. It's only 3-2. I swear United scored a 4th goal. Or have I just made that up completely? Either way, the scoreline says 3-2. Okay, that's a bit more interesting. Get creative out there then. Let's get creative. But alas, we have lost 3-2 to Manchester United. Probably deserved it, to be fair, didn't we? So next episode, I think what we will do is do Chelsea, and then whoever we've got in the Europa League second knockout round. By the looks of things, it's just a one-legged affair, so just the one-off game. So that'd be quite exciting to do. So next episode, Chelsea and whoever we play then. Hopefully in February, we'll start to win some games and get back in form in time for those big games coming up. But until then, thank you very much for watching today's episode. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. And of course, if you have done, drop a like on the video for me. Subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. And I will see you next time. Have a wonderful evening. Goodbye.